Hey, what's up everyone? Craig here with Weeping Willow Guitar Lessons, and in this video we're going to take a look at Jerry Garcia's guitar solo on Deal from July 4th, 1989. Alright, so this is his solo over the verse changes, and if you don't know those chord changes already, you can check out my Jerry Garcia rhythm lesson on Deal. But quickly I'm going to run through those changes. So it can be seen as in two parts. So the first part is full bar of A, full bar of C sharp 7, half a bar of F sharp minor, half a bar of A, half a bar of D7, half a bar of D sharp diminished 7. Then we have a bar of A, half a bar of A, half a bar of F sharp, a bar of B, and then a bar of D. Alright, so then the second half, it starts the same as the first half. We have a full bar of A, full bar of C sharp 7, half a bar of F sharp minor, half a bar of A, half a bar of D7, half a bar of D sharp diminished 7. So that's all the same. Then we have a bar of A, half a bar of G, half a bar of D. That repeats, a bar of A, half a bar of G, half a bar of D. Then we have two bars of A, and then it repeats. So after those two bars of A, that would be considered one time through the changes, and as I mentioned, Jerry goes through the changes two times, or solos for two choruses. Alright, so there's a lot of chords to solo over, and Jerry plays over the changes and nails them with flying colors. And in typical Jerry fashion, he uses chord shapes and arpeggio shapes to solo out of. So we're going to take a look at that as we look through this solo. Besides the chord shapes and the arpeggio shapes, he uses this little cell of notes from the A major pentatonic scale or A major blues scale. So if we have the A major pentatonic and then A major blues, which includes that flat third, which Jerry is fond of, flat third to major third. Alright, so the little cell of notes he uses would be E, F sharp, A, B, C, and C sharp. So when he's not playing around the arpeggios and the chord shapes, he's really using that little cell of notes, which can be very handy, and we'll see in just a moment. Alright, so Jerry's solo begins like this. Alright, so we begin in 9th position. And look at the arpeggio based around that. So he starts off with this triad right here. So an A major triad, 11th fret of the 4th, 9th fret of the 3rd, 10th fret of the 2nd. And he rakes up to the 10th fret of the 2nd string. So just brush against the 4th and 3rd strings. And then we have the 11th fret of the 3rd string, 9th fret on the 2nd. And then we go to C sharp 7. So if you picture a C sharp 7 chord and then look at the arpeggio, you'll see that Jerry plays right out of this arpeggio shape. So 9 to 11 on the 4th, 10 on the 3rd, then we have 9, 12 on the 2nd. And then he's going to start with the 9th fret of the 3rd string, so that's the flat 3rd of a C sharp 7, then the 10th fret, which is the major 3rd, again very common Jerry move, flat 3rd to major 3rd, and then the root, 11th fret of the 4th string. So far we have then we're going to play pull off 12, 11, 9 on the second string. So again, this is the arpeggio shape with the addition of the sixth. So we pulled that off, and then we have the 9th fret of the second string, 10th fret of the second. And now that's the flat third or the minor third of F sharp. So we have an F sharp minor chord now, and that's the third. Alright, so here's what he plays. So if you think about that little cell of notes I was talking about, first we have then the 11th fret on the third, 9th fret on the second, then we're going to slide from the 10th fret to the 11th fret on the third string. So this is a chromatic passing tone, cornerstone of Jerry's playing. Then that little cell of notes, so we have the 10th fret on the second, 12th fret, which is the staccato note, 11th fret on the third string, then 10 on the second, 11 on the third, 12 on the second. Alright, so that's over the F sharp minor, A, D. Now over the D sharp diminished 7, Jerry's going to play a D sharp diminished 7 arpeggio. Alright, so here's the arpeggio shape. So we have the 13th fret on the 4th, 11 on the 3rd, 10 on the 2nd, 13 on the 2nd, 11 on the 1st. So this, we're going to descend that arpeggio. So we start on the 11th fret of the 1st string, 13 to 10 on the 2nd, 11 on the 3rd, 10 on the 2nd, 13 on the 4th. Then over the A chord we're going to slide that 13th fret on the 4th string down to the 12th fret. Then he hits the open B. That's just an incidental note, so you don't have to hit it. Then we have flat third to major third, or 10 hammer on 11 on the 4th string, 9th fret on the 3rd, 10th on the 2nd. So right out of that A triad shape. Alright, now we're going to pull off 12 to 11 on the 3rd string, 9, then 11 twice. So that 12th fret G, that's the flat 7. Then we go to the 9th fret, which is the 5th of A. Then we play the 11th fret twice, and that's where the F sharp chord comes in. So we're playing the root. Then we're going to slide from 9 to 11. Then 10, 12 on the 2nd string. Then we pre-bend and release the 12th fret, and it's just not even a half step. Then 10, 12 on the 2nd, 11 on the 3rd. Again, that cell of notes. Then this time we pre-bend a half a step on the 12th fret, release, 10th fret. Then we're going to slide from the 12th to the 14th fret on the 2nd string, 14th fret on the 1st. And we land on the 12th fret of the 1st string. Alright, so now we're playing over an A chord, and this is another common phrase from Jerry's vocabulary. So we're going to play the 12th fret of the 1st string, which is the 5th of A, it's an E. Then we're going to bend the 13th fret on the 2nd string up a half step. That's the flat 3rd being bent up to the major 3rd. Then we play the 12th fret on the 1st string. We keep that bent, the 13th fret on the 2nd string. Pick it again, release, then 12th fret on the 2nd string. Then the 14th fret on the 3rd, slide off. So we have Alright, so this 9th fret on the 3rd string, we're going to hammer onto the 10th fret. So we're anticipating the C sharp 7, and we're hammering on from that flat third to major third again. And then we're gonna play around the C sharp 7 arpeggio. So we have 9th fret on the 2nd string, then we're going to descend the arpeggio, so 12, 9 on the 2nd, 10 on the 3rd, 11 on the 4th, 10 on the 3rd, then we're going to play 11, 10, 9 on the 4th string. Then over the F sharp minor to A, we have 12, 11, 9 on the 5th string. Then we're going to walk back up, 11, 12 on the 5th, then 9, 10, 11 on the 4th. So we're adding that blues note from the A major pentatonic scale, or the flat third of A, however you want to look at it. Then again, we're going to play 9, 10, 11 on the 3rd string, so adding a chromatic passing tone. And we actually slide from 10 to 11 on the 3rd string. So it goes like this. So over the D7 to E sharp diminished 7, we're going to play some arpeggios. Over the D chord, we have a descending D triad. So 10 on the 2nd, 11 on the 3rd, 12 on the 4th, 10 on the 2nd. And then over the D sharp diminished 7, we're going to ascend that arpeggio. So we have 13 on the 4th, 11 on the 3rd, 10 on the 2nd, then 13, 10, 13 on the 2nd. Slide that up to the 14th fret, then 14th fret on the 1st, 12th fret on the 2nd, then we're going to bend that 13th fret on the 3rd up a half step again. Repeat that one more time and release, then the 12th fret on the 2nd. So far we have this over the C sharp 7, F sharp minor, A, D7, D sharp diminished 7. Alright, I'm going to play that a little slower. Then over the G, D, A, we have so after 14 on the 3rd, 12 on the 2nd, we're going to walk down chromatically, 14, 13, then slide 12 to 11 on the 3rd. Then 12th fret on the 4th string 3 times, slide up to the 14th fret on the 4th. So this is a D triad, and we're filling in some chromatic tones. Have this 6th interval right here. So the 5th and the 3rd of A. Then we're going to slide it back down to the 12th fret. Then we have 10, 11, 12 on the 4th string. Alright, so over the G, we're going to play 12th fret on the 2nd, 12th fret on the 4th, 10th fret on the 2nd, 12th fret on the 4th, 12th fret on the 3rd, 12th fret on the 4th, then 10 to 11, flat 3rd to major 3rd, then on the A chord we land on the 9th fret on the 3rd string, E, or the 5th of A, and then 10th fret on the 2nd string, A, the root of A. Alright, then leading up to the second chorus, we play so if you think of the A major pentatonic scale, we're going to start on the 14th fret of the 5th string, and we're going to fill in with the chromatic tone. Then same on the 4th string, so 14, 15, 16. On the 3rd string we have 14 to 16, then 14 on the 2nd string. Then we're going to hammer on 15 to 16 on the 2nd string, then 17th fret of the 2nd string. Then we land on the 17th fret of the 1st string, A. So then we have 19, 18, 17, 16 on the 1st string. Then we're going to walk back up, 16, 17, 18, 19. Then 19th fret on the 2nd string. Then using that cell of notes I was talking about, we have so we're going to bend the 19th fret on the 1st string up a whole step. Repeat, play it again, release, and pull off to the 17th fret. Alright, so after we release and pull off to the 17th fret, we have the 19th fret of the 1st string 3 more times, then we're going to pull off 19, 18, 17 on the 1st string, 19th fret on the 2nd, 17th fret on the 1st, 19th fret on the 2nd, then we pull off 19, 18, 17 on the 2nd string, then we're going to bend that 18th fret up a half step, play it again, release, and 17th fret on the 2nd string. So we're going to slide from 17 to 18 on the 3rd string, a quick grace note. Repeat that 18th fret on the 3rd string, 17 on the 1st, 18 on the 3rd, 17 on the 1st twice. Then we're going to slide from that 18th fret of the 3rd string down to the 15th fret, play the 16th fret on the 4th string, and we have 14, 15 on the 3rd string, 16 on the 4th. So over the F sharp chord, we're going to play flat 3rd to major 3rd, then the root, 16th fret of the 4th string, then we have 14, 15, 16 on the 2nd string. Then for the B chord, we're going to play the 14th fret on the 1st string twice. Then we're going to pre-bend the 15th fret on the 2nd string up a half step, release, and 14th fret. So like the A chord when we had this is the same thing up a whole step. So we're playing the 5th of the chord on the 1st string, and then bending the flat 3rd to major 3rd on the 2nd string. Releasing, and then playing that 2nd or that 9th. And Jerry does that all the time, like over an E chord you can have. Over an A, now over a B, Then over the D chord, we're going to bend the 17th fret of the 2nd string up a whole step. Then while it's bent, we play the 17th fret on the 1st string, repeat. Then we play the 17th fret on the 2nd string, which is already pre-bent a whole step, release. Then 17, 15 on the 2nd string. Then we're going to slide from the 17th fret to the 18th fret on the 3rd string. Alright, so now we're up here in 17th position, and this is an octave higher than right down here in 5th position. So if you think about the A major pentatonic scale and that cell of notes we were talking about, we're up here in 17th position doing that. So we're playing right out of this E form of the A chord. Then 19, 18, 17, 16 on the 1st string. Alright, so a similar phrase as the last time we played over the C-sharp 7, which we had this time we have so now we're going to play 17, 18, 19 on the 2nd string, 17th fret on the 1st string twice. Then we're going to slide the 17th fret on the 3rd string off. And then we just have a muted note, so it's... Then again we're playing that cell of notes out of the A major pentatonic scale I was talking about. This time we're in 14th position. We're going to pre-bend the 16th fret of the 3rd string up a whole step, release, and pull off to the 14th fret. Then the 14th fret on the 3rd string again, 16 on the 4th, 14 on the 3rd. Then we're going to pre-bend the 16th fret a half a step, and then we're going to pre-bend it, so not quite a full step, but kind of 3/4 of a step, release, and 14th fret. Then we're going to slide off from the 14th fret. Then we're going to slide into the 14th frets of the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings, using our ring finger this time. So we're playing an A triad, second version A triad. We have E or the 5th, A the root, C sharp the 3rd. Then we're going to play the 14th fret on the 2nd string twice. So this is the A, G to D part. So we're playing around these chord shapes or triads. A, G, D, then A, G, D, A. Alright, so after we slide into that triad shape and play the 14th fret of the 2nd string twice, then we have 13 to 14 on the 4th string, 12 on the 3rd. Then 10 to 12 on the 4th string. Then we're going to hammer 10 to 11 on the 3rd string, and it's okay to get that 10th fret of the B string in there as well. Then we make our A triad shape. We have the 11th fret of the 4th, 10th fret on the 2nd, and we're going to play 9, 10, 11 on the 4th, 10th fret on the 2nd. Move down to a G shape, and we have 8 to 9, or flat 3rd to major 3rd on the 4th string. Then the root, 8th fret on the 2nd string twice. Then we go down to make our D triad shape. And we have 5 to 7 on the 4th, 7 on the 2nd, 7 on the 4th. Then we're going to play the 5th frets of the 3rd and 2nd strings and hammer on to the 6th fret of the 3rd. So we get that flat 3rd to major 3rd of A. Repeat the 6th fret on the 3rd string, then land on the 7th fret of the 4th string, A. And then leading in to the verse where Jerry starts singing again, we have Alright, so the solo slowly.